What do you want, Roman? Are you tired of talking to my father? My father can be so stupid sometimes. I doubt that. He wants me to prepare for his funeral. The gods tell him exactly when he will die. So he wants me to travel north to a small village and purchase a good menhir for him, to mark his grave. Your gods, maybe. Our gods can occasionally be more forthcoming, and therefore more cruel, just like my father. Truly, I don't know. Father says it is the one place in Gallia nobody could conquer. The stone there is pure and primal. People tried, Roman, and people failed horribly. It is said their warriors are strong like a horse and fast like a hound. I've heard rumours about this village and their druid. It is best to err on the side of caution. It's a small village anyway, not worth conquering at all. It matters little as I have no money. It is said the menhir maker sometimes demands boars instead, but I would not know. You would? I would be in your debt. Just be careful. The gods are not my father's. They just are. I am not like my father at all. They don't require it, but they prefer it. You don't want to anger the gods of war.
You have arrived. You will walk around and observe the high place if you wish. The task ahead is not simple. That you do. And we will be your guide. We will answer all your questions. You will kill nobody here. It is forbidden to spill blood at the high place. He will not arrive before the ritual is ready. To do so would be bad luck. Once everything is set, we will send a rider to him. He will arrive with his retinue. Dumnorix will seek to know the future, the outcome of his plan, to be precise. For that, he needs to consult Tutatis, Taranis, and Essos. Each god will request an offering. We shall provide 2. You shall offer 1 sacrifice. It is up to you which god you will appeal to. We will use the high place for the purpose of deception. You will need to please the gods. It most certainly will not. You shall sacrifice a man or a woman. The Great Protector covers all. The offering should be drowned, preferably in blood. Taranis the Thunderer is ever-changing. His anger burns like the deepest of embers. The sacrifice should be burnt alive. The scream should sing of his will. Nothing. Lord Essos is a grim god who knows naught but war. The offering should be personal in nature and of great value. No blood shall be spilt at the high place. It will draw the wrath of Taranis. You seem to have a difficulty in understanding our words. You can't please Essos unless you are willing to hang yourself until you are dead. Essos will be pleased. You will be dead, and we will be surprised. It is not up to us to question the way of the gods. There is no other way. Choose another god. You will collect wood and enough oil to burn the wood. The offering should be there too, of course. It depends on how you want to find it. These things are sold, Roman. Taranis favors thunder. You presume to know better than Tyrannus. You think highly of yourself. It should be someone worthy to be sacrificed. Someone of value. Some value, it is true, but not value enough for this purpose. And wait we shall.
What do you want, Roman? Are you tired of talking to my father? If my father will not tell you, I'm sure he has a good reason. It's a deal. Dishonor the compact, and you shall suffer the wrath of Essus. That usually means your own life, but it could also be something you cannot replace. I have once seen a warrior cut his own eye out as an offering. You'd need a special knife for that, though. Ask a chieftain. They all should possess one. Good luck.
Thank you for sending me those schematics. Awe Legate. What strange and impractical weapon do you want me to forge today? I will not ask. I've practiced my share of carpentry in the past, but when it comes to burning, wood is wood. I propose using elm. There's a nice patch of it nearby. I also remember seeing a grove of oak trees. My brother was a priest of Jupiter. He used to talk about offering the gods a shield, made of the toughest of wood harvested from the core of a tree struck by lightning. Anyway, I'll let you get on with your timber collection. Awe Legate, what strange and impractical weapon do you want me to forge today? I know where to order it from if you can cover my costs. My supplier would charge 1,000 denarii for the amount you need. I'll put in an order at once, have it sent straight to your druid, save you the trouble. Awe Legate, what strange and Let me see. These are detailed schematics. If I just follow them well enough, I'm sure I can create what you need. Why don't you lend me a hand? Your hands are not too soft to hold a pair of tongs, are they? Come, let's get to work. Well done. Your fine patrician upbringing did not leave you entirely devoid of practical skills. If your wine harvest ever fails, you can always come work with me in the smithy. It's an interesting design. Quite the impressive idol, if you ask me. It'll be a good banner for sure.
This one is a bit curious. We have spied a caravan moving through our territory. There's talk of a magic potion of strength being brought to our foes. Neither do I, but that is irrelevant. If the Gauls think this potion will render them invulnerable, then they will fight without fear of death. Obviously, we don't want that. Strangely, not too much. They clearly have a lot of confidence in their magic potion. Our speculatories report the guards are carrying only small weapons. Who knows? Maybe it will poison our people. We are Rome. We do not need a magic potion to win this war. It shouldn't be much of a challenge to your Praetorians. Well, unless the potion actually works. Awe, Legate. This last region we have conquered is home to a strange tribe who claim to be neutral in this war. They kindly request that we depart, or else they will attack. I don't think they have an army. All we could see was a bunch of warriors. Well armed and seemingly experienced, but nothing more. They claim there is no such thing as what we call Gallia. They are a completely separate tribe who had nothing to do with the attack. I'm not exactly sure. The Gauls are prone to weird outbursts of false heroism. They might genuinely believe they have the upper hand. I think a small group of your elite Praetorians might teach them some humility. Our way, Legate. Our way, Legate.
Why would the consul meet us in this place? There must be 1,000 villages in Gallia exactly like this one. Quiet and boring.
Legate, glad that you could make it so quickly. We have serious business to conduct. My sole responsibility is to roam, and indeed that responsibility renders anyone expendable. If death scares you, I'd recommend seeking another line of work. You have not been betrayed by anyone. I can explain everything if you stop yelling. It was unfortunate that we got separated. I assure you, I wasn't hiding. As you can see, I was busy bringing the Ambioriksa to their knees, decimating enemies and forging alliances wherever possible. This village is but one fruit of my labor. You seem to be under the impression that you are in a position to give me instructions, Legate. Don't get me wrong, please. I do value your expert opinion on all matters. But the words of a legatus can at most be recommendations to a sitting consul. In this case, your recommendation was not pointing me towards the best course of action. Therefore, I took the liberty of ignoring it. And look where we are now. Quite right. There will be plenty of time for bickering after our triumphant return to Rome. Gallia is a land full of proud and powerful warriors. These are not simple barbarians without a refined understanding of warcraft. They value bravery and subterfuge equally. So first of all, we need to be careful, for any peaceful conversation can quickly turn into...
Ha! If you are behind this ambush, your timing is amazing, but I will still cut off your cock.
Marcellus, take your men and protect the legatus. Sneaky Gallic bastards! Corvinus! There was no way they could have known the legatus would be here today. Someone's feeding them information. Find me the mole and bring me its head.
May I kill?
Of course, by Mars, of course. You are allowed to kill anyone. Just bring me the mole. Good. Legate, I hope this unfortunate event has alleviated some of the concerns you have. As you can see, neither of us has any friends in these lands. If I cannot earn your trust, I shall have to make do with your obedience. We will not conquer these lands by simply flailing around blindly. We need allies. The reason I called you here in the first place is that I found a chieftain willing to work with us. I still do not believe they wanted to hurt us. The Aedui were always friendly towards Romans. But certainly, Ambioriksa has a less fanatic personality. He would listen to reason. Ambioriksa is a chieftain of Ambioriksa. They call him the King of the Four Winds, he who rules all directions. By which they mean Gallia Belgica, I guess. He agreed to meet us at his war camp. We shall, as soon as you're ready. At least this time we're together. Marcellus has surveyed the area carefully. This will not be another trap.
Lay down your weapons and come out. You're cornered. You've nowhere to run.
Go jump in the river, Romans! We'll come out as soon as you're all gone, and if you come any closer, we're killing your friends!
If you even touch a hair on their heads, you're all going to die. Don't be fools. Surrender, and you will be shown mercy. Some Gallic warriors escaped after the fight and tried to hide in there, but we found them. They have hostages. 2 of my men. Of course, Legate.
Not one step closer! I'm warning you! That's not good enough! We demand guarantee of safe passage out of the town. Do you swear it? Swear on your gods and your ancestors that we will be allowed to leave unharmed. Very well. We're sending out the hostages. Now, will you honor your word, Roman?
You're really letting them get away with this? I guess your reputation is somewhat exaggerated then.
Salve, Legate. How can I help you?
Welcome, friends. Welcome to my humble abode. Oh, this is nothing. All of this is here just in case. So, I understand you need my help. I'll admit that puzzles me a bit. You have what? More than 10,000 warriors at your disposal. Surely nothing can stand in your way. What do you need from me? Easily provided. I am quite knowledgeable. What kind of information do you seek? That's a complicated question. Each tribe in Gallia has its own king, and each king thinks it is his right to rule the world. But if I had to name but one man who rules over all kings, that would be Vercingetorix. While the other kings were busy fighting amongst each other, Vercingetorix thought you Romans were the most significant threat to Gallia. This allowed him to unite the kings under his rule. It's a fragile unity, though. Vercingetorix is a true hero, a real warrior king. But I solve problems differently. I think it's best to talk things out first. Heroes usually die, and I have no interest in dying. Besides, I'd like to think of myself as an excellent judge of character. You are someone I'd like to be friends with. Attack you? I am a king of Aburones, and I know nothing of such an attack. But I know who it might be. That sounds very much like Catiwulcus, a chieftain with delusions of grandeur. I'll try to find out about his plans for you, if you need it.
Very well, Ambiorix. Thank you for your cooperation. Salve, Legate.
Dearest friend, today I have both good news and bad news. I shall first convey the bad news in order to temper expectations. As I have promised, and as I am a man of my word, I have tried to reason with the Germanic chieftain Catiwulcus. Unfortunately, I have failed at convincing him. He is very much not interested in standing down. An undying hatred for Romans consumes his heart. Such violent thoughts are challenging for me to understand. Nevertheless, I fear for the safety and well-being of my people. Catiwulcus is convinced that if he combines his force with mine, he can defeat you. I, on the other hand, believe this is bound to bring down upon us the full wrath of Rome. Even as you are reading this message, he is on his way to discuss terms and tactics. And here I shall start conveying the good news. I believe this might be an excellent opportunity for us. We can turn the tables and quickly take him out of the equation. Of course, it brings me no joy to turn on someone who's almost like a brother to me. But to preserve peace, one must purge the warmongers. Come and visit me at my camp and let us coordinate our efforts. Your ally, Ambiorix, King of the Aburonis. Welcome, friends. Thank you for answering my summons. Catawalcus is already here. His contingent awaits you further in. Kill? I would certainly prefer not to. Given the circumstances, I believe we might be able to convince Catawalcus to lay down his arms. He is a fanatic, but he is not completely without sense. I'm sure he will understand that surrender is the right choice. Completely certain. I convinced him not to post any sentries outside, but to rely instead on my protection. You are welcome. It's for the good of my people. Of course, you should not expect help without compensation. When your armies inevitably conquer Gallia, I expect to be installed as its king, answering to no one but Rome itself. That's understandable. I'm sure they will reach the right decision. If not, at least I have made a good friend here and saved my people from violence. Now we must strike before Catawalcus realizes that you are here. If you confront him, my warriors and I will be right behind you. He only has a few guards in his company. Well, all right, if that's what you wish. We will remain hidden until the fighting breaks out. I'm pretty hard to kill, my friend. Don't you worry about me.
The Romans are here!
Sorry, my friend. Flanking around Catawalcus would not suit me at all.
He wanted you on my flank. Perhaps he's not as gullible as you thought.
We've been betrayed. I knew there was something shifty about Ambiorix.
That backstabbing son of a dog! How did I not see this coming?
We are in a great deal of trouble. They've cut off our escape.
My worms!
What a mess.
All according to plan, Markellos. All right, people, let's clear out this rat-infested cave.
We have no reason to rush.
How does it look, Hortensius?
Bad, as expected. But not unsalvageable. I don't understand why we're trying to save them. Ambiorix played him like a Pandora. As far as I'm concerned, he deserves to die. I know, but in this case, all that is needed is for us to stand idly by. You're a shrewd man, but you have no sense for politics. Leave such decisions to your betters. Whatever, Medicus. I will ensure that the Legatus and his Praetorian Guard are transported safely back to camp, Consul.
I'll prepare the horses, Consul. Find me at the cave mouth when you're ready to leave.
Go fuck your mother, Roman!
No one of any importance, it seems. Just one of Ambiorix's warriors.
Consul, are you ready to return to camp? It's not my job to make anything of it, Consul. All right. I'm growing tired of these games you're playing. If you want that prick dead, we can just kill him. Or at least have Corvinus cut his throat in his sleep. We're in hostile lands, surrounded by barbarians. We have 1,000 ways to make it look like ghouls did it. Of course, Consul. Forgive me. Very good.
Rise and shine, Legate. You are still alive. You trusted the wrong man, and you have suffered the consequences. Fret not. Hortensius is the best medicus of the Legion. He saved all of your lives. Don't you worry about him. Ambiorix is a smart man who laid an elaborate trap for an inexperienced legatus, and almost succeeded. He and Catawalcus played big, and lost big. Both of them are dead. What did you expect? Is your opinion of me really that low? I have told you before, the animosity between our families means nothing when we're representing Rome itself. Betraying you would be a betrayal of Rome. That level of pettiness may come to you intuitively, but it's simply beneath me. Not so fast. Rest a little until you're feeling well. I am the only reason you're still alive. Your courage is admirable, but it needs to be tempered with reason. We will be victorious, make no mistake, but only if you listen to me. Take care of him, Hortensius, and let me know when he's fit enough to lead his men again.
You know, those weak tricks guys aren't so bad.
I guess not. They're in the shit just the same as we are.
It's not our fault the generals are bickering like old women.
I took it off the body of that Germanic chieftain.
Ha! It looks quite simple for a blade wielded by someone calling himself a king.
Hey! Watch where you're going, sir, what?
Forgive me, Domino.
Leave her alone, you oaf. She's just cleaning up your mess.
What is this game that's happening between the consul and our legatus? Who exactly is in charge?
Of us? The legatus. Of Ferrata? Nobody by the look of things.
They really do seem to be a mess. I miss fighting alongside the Prima Italica.
Those boys showed up to the battles, at the very least.
Great chieftain of Romans, we have come today to inform you about a band of Roman bandits. They have been attacking our people and raiding the supply trains we've been sending your way. We have a compact and therefore we may not attack them. They are your people and yours to punish. That is exactly right. You are familiar with this man? Then you did not punish him properly before. I would ask you to do so now so that he does not do this again. My hunters will not take them down, but eventually someone will. And when they do, it will be a bloody affair. They have taken over a farm in Lugdunentis, where I believe you have been before. May Totatus guide your hand.
I was hoping you would come over. Ambiorix is a man. With very few exceptions, I always expect the worst. And you? I hope you do not feel guilty. I admire that in you. How you can take your anger and make it work for you.
Did you hear? Ferrata is back.
So they didn't get lost after all. They just left us to fight an army of Helvetii on our own.
To tell you the truth, I wish they just stayed gone. We can handle these barbarians by ourselves.
Ferrata will just get in our way.
Our way?
Domine. Most friendships are about benefit. If you're lucky, the benefit will be mutual. If not, the friendship is a prelude to betrayal. Think about this, and then think about our relationship with Lurko.
Salve Legate. It is good to find you well. I guess you're curious as to the nature and purpose of our visit. In fact, we're here on the insistence of my dear wife. She was concerned about the well-being of her brother. We're here on my brother's request to visit Legio Ferrata, but this represented a good opportunity for Liviana to see you as well. I have no ulterior motives. To be honest, I never had. I'm tired of this game you and my brother are playing. We're genuinely here to visit you.
I am far from defenseless, brother. Your concern is misplaced. Our marriage is a happy one. You know I have no love for my brother-in-law, but honestly, Tiberius is treating me like a queen.
We'll be heading home shortly. Don't worry. Phoebius called us here on urgent business. We will be on our way to the camp of Legio Ferrata soon. I'm afraid you don't have a choice, Legate. It would be strange for you to detain someone else's wife. Besides, the consul has requested our presence.
There's no reason to be concerned. Please, do not embarrass me.
That is what he said, but honestly, I had no idea what he meant. That is what I'm afraid of. But do not worry about the well-being of your sister. I have taken my own precautions. That is a terrible thought. I know in the past my brother has made his own share of stupid mistakes, but what possible reason could he have to detain my wife?
Tiberius did not force me to be here. It was my decision to accompany him. And yet it meant I got to see that you are safe and well. A sense of shock and fear still lingers like a bad smell, but the city is recovering.
The temples are full of people praying for your success. With my brother and you commanding the legions, I know Rome will be victorious again. Thank you for the audience you have granted us. I know you're busy, so we will take no more of your time. Wale.
Wale, brother. And please do not worry about me.
Do you need me, my love? Well, he is dead now, and we remain alive. My concern now is that other two-faced son of a dog, Lurko. You must have some other plan for us. But I'll be fucked if I can see it.
Have you come to drink with us? We? You are the one who walked us into that trap. The rest of us merely followed. But it does not matter. Even knowing it was a trap, I would have done the same thing. We have weathered greater storms together. Time and time again, we stake our lives and roll the knuckle bones. One day, we were bound to roll the dog. And now that day has come and gone. I am only surprised that we are still alive to keep playing.
Allegatus?
So it seems. Turkianu saw him and his Praetorians being
Need
treated
something?
in Ferrata's infirmary.
I guess we misjudged Consul Vitellius.
Come to keep me company? It's your job to forge and maintain alliances. It's my job to scout ahead and gather information so that we don't blunder into our deaths. The real blame for this mistake lies with me. I'm just grateful that by some miracle we got out of there alive. Let's agree we both screwed up and resolve to do better.